Call this meeting to order for September the 2nd for a regular board meeting. We'll start with our roll call. Ms. Amanda?
Ms. Richards? Mr. Toller?
Here.
Ms. Abrams?
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Present.
Mr. Duncan? Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Piazza?
Here.
Ms. Dominguez?
Present.
This time I'd ask you to please stand, join us as we ask Ms. Abrams to lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Item 1C, consider approval of the board minutes from August the 19th, 2025. It's attached to our board agenda.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
Second by Mr. Piazza. Motion by Mr. Westmoreland. Any additions, subtractions, public input, or no questions? Hearing none. Call for a vote when you're ready, Ms. Amanda.
Yes, Ms. Amanda.
Voting is open.
All right. Item D, consider approval of the DRC appeal from August the 27th,
Motion to approve.
2025. Motion to adopt by Mr. Piazza. Second by Mr. Westmoreland. Any questions? Public input? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote on that as well.
Voting is open.
Yes.
Motion approves. Not
All right.
voted no by Jerry Moore.
Mr. Toller, why did, we met last Wednesday, why didn't we get last Wednesday's DRC meeting on our agenda to approve tonight, you know?
Was that it? That was
That
August 27th?
Oh, that was the 27th? Oh. Mm-hmm.
Time's flying.
I guess. I was thinking it was later than that.
Well, I feel I'm with you. Okay, item 2A. And I'd like to ask Dr. Lisa Fassell to come up, please, and recognize our 2025 YEA entrepreneur.
And good evening. I hope you all had a great Labor Day. We're going to start with the Miss Cynthia Widlitz. He's the YEA North Shore Program Manager. We have been emailing for, I don't know, it feels like 10 years, but it might be a little bit less than that. If you've ever heard of the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, you know that it's across the North Shore region, but we've always had a really good student participation in that. So I've asked her to come tonight first to talk about the program, and then we have a very special recognition for you and someone else we'd like for you to hear from. So Miss Cynthia, if you will come up first and talk about the program.
Thank you all for letting me come. Has anybody heard of the Young Entrepreneurs Academy? Good. Anybody watch Shark Tank? Okay. It amazes me when people go, I'm a huge Shark Tank fan. The Young Entrepreneurs Academy is very much like Shark Tank for students. So we take students in 7th through 12th grade and essentially teach them everything they need to know to launch their own business. It's a national program. So it was founded 21 years ago in Rochester, New York. Right now we have almost 40 chapters throughout the country, and there's one international chapter. It's a 24-week after-school program. We meet one night, 24 weeks, one evening after class, Wednesdays from 5:30 to 8. And we start with the student's big idea. What is it you want to make a business out of, and what really excites you? The student we're going to introduce you to tonight. It's amazing what she did. So the students start with their big idea. Some of them know what it is they want to do and some don't. So the first couple of weeks we spend talking about their idea. By the end of the third class, they've decided what their idea is going to be and the business plan they're going to write on it. So everything we teach is from a template. It's not, all right, here, good, you decided you're going to bake cupcakes. Get to work. This is what you're going to. No, it's a template. Everything is from a template. We meet at the Small Business Development Center right next door to Southeastern in partnership. They're a partnership educator of ours. So everything we do is with a template. The first part of our class is education. We go through a PowerPoint presentation and teach them what they need to know. And then the second part of that class is they start to work on their laptops they have in front of them. Everybody is provided a laptop that stays at the center. They work on their templates. We have a team of 3 of us who walk around the class, coach the students, help them get through it. At the same time, they're working on their PowerPoint presentation because the culmination of their 24 weeks is a 3-minute pitch to a panel of investors who award these students money to launch their company. Now, it's not great job, we loved your idea, great PowerPoint presentation, here's $500. No. Based on the business idea, the focus and excitement of the student, the viability of that company, the investor panel decides how much money they will award each student to launch their business. And the student only has access to those funds when they're ready to launch their company. I decided I'm going to bake cupcakes, for example, for my business. In my business plan, I said these are the items I need to be able to launch my company. When I'm ready to launch my business, and I have until the end of the year I graduate, which will be the end of 26, when they're ready to launch their company, they come back to the North Shore Community Foundation manages all the money for us. They come back and say, okay, I'm ready to start. These are the items I'm ready to buy. Can you reimburse me for them? Can you order them for me? Have them sent to me. Throughout the program, we have guest speakers come in and we talk to the students about insurance, why you need insurance, marketing, how are you going to market your company, what are your plans? They put together a marketing plan. Who's going to be your target audience? How much is it going to cost you to make your cupcakes, for example? And if that's what it costs you, how much are you going to charge to sell them? They don't know they're losing money until we work through it. We bring in guest speakers. There's 6 weeks in the class where we have business mentors come in. They may be retired executives or current CEOs, usually company, because we want somebody who has good business experience. They work with the students, and then, like I said, at the culmination, they do a pitch to the panel, they're awarded funds. They have a national competition. One student is selected from each chapter as the winning student. And that student goes to national competition. This year it was virtual, or year before last we went to Rochester, New York. They compete and they get cash prizes and scholarships. This year it was against 27 other students, and our student that you're going to meet in a minute won 2nd overall place throughout the country. So I have flyers. Lisa has a lot of information. If any of you know friend, family member, student, somebody you work with who might be interested, I know a lot of people don't do paper anymore, but I'd like to let Lisa introduce our student.
And when's the deadline? Remind everybody.
We've
when
extended the deadline to apply till September 10th.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay, I gotta remember that too.
And our website, yeanorthshore.org is where you apply.
And the program's free.
No, it's not. The actual cost is reduced thanks to our generous sponsors, and there are scholarships available.
That the students apply for when they
Yes.
do the application.
Yes.
So, why don't we do this and then you give them that? Ms. Stilley and Mr. Toller will come down. We're going to do a special recognition, and then Libney's going to share a little bit with you. So, Ms. Libney Hernandez is a recent graduate from Hammond High School. Come on down, Libney. And now, Ms. Cynthia, you tell it a lot better. Come tell how many people she beat. She beat them nationally, and then Libney's going to talk about what she did, and then
We had There were 27 other students who competed in this particular competition from all over the country. And I tell you, when you look at what the businesses are that these students started and the way they present, it's like Shark Tank. You stand in front of investor panel. Listen, when these students come into the program, they won't make eye contact with us. They won't make eye contact with each other. By the end of the program, they're all friends, and they're standing in front of a room full of adults doing a 3-minute presentation to launch their company. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So she won second national winner, which is huge. So this is Livni.
This is a certificate, I know you want actual money. So she graduated high school.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you became a business owner.
Then I
Tell everybody in the board about your business and what you do.
Yes, so my business consists, well, I came up with the idea when I was about 13 years old. I worked for my family's business, Los Primos Supermarket, and part of my job was to restock things, produce, and, you know, from time to time I had to throw a couple boxes of food or, you know, waste into dumpsters. And I hated doing that because it really smelled really bad. And so with this program, the YEA, I came up with like 20 different ideas, but my heart really sank to this one because I felt like it would benefit my family, but it would also benefit other businesses around the Tangipahoa Hill Parish. So I came up with it, and I was like, well, I have to somehow clean that dumpster from the inside, the outside, and around it, and the actual concrete at the bottom, because it would get disgusting, it would get filthy. And so I came up with the idea, and, you know, Miss Cynthia and my other two mentors and many more people, you know, they guided me and taught me everything that I needed to know about, you know, making profits and market plans, and it was amazing, an amazing experience. I also got to know a lot of other different students from different places, Covington, Mandeville, and they also had many ideas, and it was a blast to do. It really was.
So tell us what your business is.
Yes, commercial dumpster cleaning. Yep, I go out there. Fresh dump. That's, I wanted something catchy, something, you know.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, the Fresh Dump is the name, and I go around anywhere, apartment complexes. I have, as of right now, I got 3 contracts, 2 restaurants and an apartment complex. So, I mean, everything's been going great.
And you're in college.
And I'm college now, yes, ma'am. I graduated Hammond High May 10th. May 10th, and I started college May 21st. And I'm studying to be an electrical engineer. My years in Hammond High, they were a blast, too. I had so many good teachers, and it was just amazing. But it was I don't want to say it was too difficult for me because I only had 1 class for my senior year. But at the same time, juggling work, I was also working. Till this day, I'm still working. I work at Lee's Diner, and I had to juggle sometimes work and school. But everything, if you just dedicate a couple hours, you know, to get something done, if something's really sunk into your heart, anyone's capable of doing it, no matter how old or how young. It's really just a matter of committing. And I think a lot of students is showing the support, because that's what I was missing. I always had an idea, but the guidance, the support, the wisdom from other people, that's what really drove me to really being able to open up my business.
There's your tagline. We are super proud of you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Fresh dump. That's it.
I think she's the model, Ms. Tilly, of what we talk about of a graduate, already a business owner, probably has credentials in college, and studying to be an electrical engineer, and she just graduated, so thank you all for listening to them tonight.
Lisa. People.
North Oaks needs it. Yeah.
I'll give it to the barbecue station, they need it. Thank you. Because nasty ain't classy.
Unlimited.
Paris, they, every nation.
Look, if the dumpsters don't work out, marketing does, because we love your
And
slogans.
before I take this, I want to congratulate you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Good job. Proud of you.
I'm very proud.
Good luck. This is so cool.
Thank you very much, and congratulations. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, moving
Thank you,
into, we're skipping item 2B. We'll table that for next time. And then we'll move right into 3A, which is a presentation and consideration of the 2025 pupil progression plan by Mr. Jinko. I don't know who's. Oh, okay. I wanted to see if you would get up.
This was an easy one because there are absolutely no changes to the pupil progression plan. There was no submissions. We put it out to our schools. There were no changes from the state. So we have no changes to our pupil progression plan.
What about those things highlighted in yellow? No?
To show it for
Curveball.
Chastity.
Why is my
If it's something highlighted in yellow, it may have just been something they were discussing, but no changes were made. Yeah.
I read it, it's a lot. It's a lot to remember, if you had to memorize it.
Yes, it is, and it is like the Bible of how children progress in the district with the state laws embedded. So there's very little we add to it district-wise. Mainly it's state policy, but they've had no changes since the big grade change last year. We mainly wanted to present it to let you know that, and then we have to have it signed by our board president, Ms. Tilley, and send it in.
All right.
Mr. President, I motion to adopt administration's recommendation.
Motion to adopt administration's recommendation by Mr. Piazza,
Second.
seconded by Ms. Dominguez. Any questions, input, or public input? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote when Ms. Amanda's ready.
Voting is open. Motion carries.
All right, I know this is going to upset y'all, but we're going to skip item 4A as well. Mr. McNeely is under the weather, so we will do fun with finances at another time and skip right down to committee reports. 5A, Capital Outlay Committee of the Whole, for the August 19th meeting. Do I hear a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Piazza,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Westmoreland. Any questions, additions, subtractions, corrections, or public input? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote.
Voting is open. Motion carries.
Okay, on over to item B, Policy Committee of the Whole from August 27th.
I'd like to segregate that and vote on A through H.
You have
and
a
then
motion?
We can discuss I.
All right, so we have a motion to accept the Policy Committee minutes, items A through H. Do I hear
Second.
a second? Mr. Piazza made the second. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Public input? Hearing none, we'll call for a motion on that part, A through H.
Voting is open.
Wait, quick.
She was prepared.
She's got a good teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Carries unanimously.
Okay, so back to the policy committee. Item I from August 27th. What is the wishes of the board?
So, at the last policy meeting, we discussed a potential change or pretty much a redo of our vaping policy. There were some things in there that administration wanted to see, and we also wanted to get some insight from forethought and our attorneys before we actually went and did it. We have the revised copy. The things that changed from the last meetings, so forethought came back, everything looked pretty much good as far as legality-wise. We're within our rights and laws here. There were some things administration wished to do. On the original motion that we had under the first offense, it was a mandatory 3-day out-of-school suspension. We moved that to a 3-day in-school suspension. And that's really about it as far as, on second offense, instead of 10 days, it was 5 days out-of-school suspension. Other than that, very minor changes was made from the administration. So our motion tonight is to approve as amended for the items that forethought and administration's changed.
We're accepting policy minutes for
As
item
amended.
I as amended by forethought. That is a motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second. Any questions for clarification?
I thought Joey had put in here about the parents paying for the fee, and Ms. Stilley had mentioned earlier that she did not want to do that. Ms. Stilley, did you want to talk about that, or?
Well, my recommendation is that we could change the wording on the second page where it says additional provisions. Parents, guardians shall be financially responsible for device testing fees and mandated education programs. Two options, we could change it to maybe, but actually, I think with the cost of the testing devices being $4 a piece, that the district could assume that cost and not hold the parents liable to pay it. But that's just a recommendation.
And what about the mandated education that they have to go through?
Right. Well, I think that we would do that in-house.
In-house?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if not, I think there's some free ones too online.
Yeah.
They could
I
take,
think
get a certificate.
maybe we could just strike number 1 and just have one under
Yeah.
additional provisions.
Yeah, and the administration can put one, like we can find one that maybe is free or something. We can say, hey, this is the course we recommend. And that wouldn't be, I don't think, a cost. There's a lot of free ones out there. But look, I'm okay with taking the cost. When originally this was done, we didn't know exactly how much, or at least I didn't know exactly how much these things were costing us. And I got asked by one of my constituents, like, hey, why is my tax dollars paying to test a vape when I didn't bring that vape? That should be the responsibility of the parent. And at the time, that was an answer I couldn't give. And so that's why it was in there. After speaking with Ms. Stilley and hearing stuff in the back, how it's $4, look, I'm okay with removing that out of there. I think we could definitely eat that. That's not a huge burden on us. So I'm willing to take that out as well if need be.
So you're making a motion to amend it?
Is that part of your original amendment?
Yes, I will motion to take that part out of the original plan.
That would be number 1.
Under
Yes.
additional
It's
provisions.
number 1, there's a number 2, which we want to keep. But
Yes.
It would just be,
So that is part of your amendment that you're making the
Yes,
motion.
yes, sir.
Number one.
Are y'all tracking
You
that,
want to remove
Amanda?
the responsibility for the.
Parent to pay for testing of the vape, yes.
we would assume
would
that
take that,
verb.
yes.
Just like $4.
Yeah.
Under additional provisions, Amanda,
Take out one.
take out number 1.
Strike through. Through to number 1. Okay, that'll be a part of his amendment, all wrapped into one. Any other questions?
I'm hoping this will also alleviate the number of vapes we have if the punishment is going to be harsher. And
Yes.
that's probably going to help as well.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Okay. Vote's been called for. Vote your devices. This is
To amend.
to approve item I as amended, which is correct, from forethought and to strike number 1. So very good job. Okay. Item 6A, consider approval to refer policy EE, Child Nutrition Program Management, to,
It's from
To our
forethought. It's
Okay.
a recommendation from forethought. Yep, just ask the board to consider that.
Motion to refer.
motion to refer by Mr. Westerland, second by Mr. Anthony. Any questions? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote.
Voting is open.
Quick.
I do ask you to read, y'all to read over that, because there's a couple things in there I have questions on, but I'll wait before when it comes back from policy, or when it's at policy.
Yeah, I agree.
Motion carries unanimously.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Stilley, the floor is yours.
Yep, journal updates, thank you. Just a couple things. Number one, on our coffee talk last week, we highlighted a gun safety program called Eddie Eagle. And we're working with the Sheriff's Department to do this lesson with kindergarten through fourth grade students. It's like a 15 or 20-minute program, but it basically explains through a song what children should do if they come across a gun, a handgun or a rifle or something in the home, or someone else's home or in the neighborhood, like what they should do, how they should respond. And so, if it just saves one life of a child, the program's worth it. It's about 15 or 20 minutes, and it's kind of done, it's recognized actually by the national, it's a national organization that's does this across the country. And our Sheriff's Department has one of their deputies that goes into the schools and does this program. So I just wanted to mention that. Second thing is if you have a child that's a bus rider, to please download the Edulog system, because that will help you track the bus, even if it's a substitute bus picking up your child. So for instance, if your child normally rides 10L, but 10L's broken down and 5L's picking them up, you should get a notification through the Edulog system if you're signed up to get those notifications. Also, our area managers are communicating with families through the Edulog system. That's the system that does the routing. So just want to remind our families to sign up for the Edulog, download it on your smartphone, and there's instructions on our website so that you can, and then you have to agree to get notices on that through your smartphone. And that's all my updates tonight.
Easy enough. Excuse me. All right, we'll move into personal privilege, starting down here with Ms. Abrams.
Gonna start with me tonight? I feel privileged. First, I want to say prayers have been answered because Miss Melanie Johnson is moving from ICU to rehab. So that is a wonderful thing. Her prayers keep them going because she's still got a long road ahead of her. I read on Facebook her husband had made a nice post to everybody, and he said to keep up the prayers. Secondly, everybody knows how passionate I am about the very special Miss Louisiana pageant. It's a pageant that I started actually 10 years ago this year. It is 10 years old, and it's a beauty pageant for little girls with special needs. So if you've never been, it's going to be at Trinity Baptist Church on Pumpkin Center Road on September 26th and 27th. If you know someone in the school system that has a special needs child, it would be worth them coming to this. Just think about it. You get to see your child walk down the aisle. You get to see them go to prom. These mom and dads probably never will. And it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. So if you know anybody, send them our way. You can go to tart-hammond.com to download forms, and I can guarantee it'll tug at your heartstrings.
Ms. Rose?
I'm good.
Mr. Joey?
The only thing I'd like to say tonight is there's a few things. One, I want to commend our administration. Well, I didn't get to talk about this yet because we had an issue in Roseland I think we all are aware of, and that's a very hard thing for our community, not only for economics, but for the people in that area. And our administration took that challenge and did it very well. I think we handled it very professionally. We acted very quickly. So I want to commend our administration, Ms. Stilley and her team. I think we really handled that really, really well. I want to thank the people who make stuff possible, like the young student we had in front of us tonight, who's now a business owner and going to college at the same time, right out of one of our schools. Guys, we do some amazing things here. We do some amazing things here. We got some amazing rock stars here, and I want to make sure we're shouting that at the rooftop every single chance we can. We're doing great things. Thank the board for helping us with the vaping policy tonight. I think that's going to make a big difference longevity, so thank y'all for helping me with that. Go Tigers. I didn't get to say that a lot last year. Get to say that this year. And good job at the Jamboree for all of our football teams. I think we lost to, Punchtown High lost to Sumner. I didn't want to say that in front of Mr. Toller down there too quickly, but hey, they worked hard. It was a really good game. Got to see some highlights of it. I told Miss Janice I would mention this. Welcome back, Mr. Palmer. He's now on the Saints. Welcome home to New Orleans. We're glad to have you. Other than that, guys, let's have a great rest of our week.
Hey, what about old Sammy Messina winning his first game?
Yeah, look at that. Bringing Independence back on the map.
Yep, go Tigers.
Yeah. Go Tigers.
Mr. Moore? Good. Mr. Anthony?
I was going to actually say the same thing Joey just said. I think our response was better than any other governmental entity, for real. So we had our ducks in a row. I mean, Melissa, or Miss Stilley rather, was on Facebook giving live updates. I'm sure you guys were helping out with that as well. And what's most important, warning, my son gets his driver's license at 8:45 tomorrow morning, so all y'all buckle up.
Hope your insurance is up. Huh?
Defensive drivers, your insurance is
get
about
your
to go
insurance
more
up
than
to
likely.
date.
But no, he's going to drive to school tomorrow. They already got his parking pass, so we're excited about that. But again, for real, buckle up and watch your surroundings. So, and I'll tell him the same, but might fall on deaf ears. But yeah, that's it.
And I'll echo that about Roseland, just to see how fast the school was evacuated, buses commandeered, and everything else to get the children here. I think we think we come up with every scenario that we possibly can come up with, and then we get a new one. And then in the days after that, Ms. Stilley and I were talking about, what if we lost a campus that we couldn't go back to for a week or couldn't go back to for a year? And I know we think about the what ifs, but we really do have to think through all of our campuses and all of the what ifs that could happen. How do we solve it? Where do we move those children? So we want to make sure as the board and as administration that we always have a plan that every student in this parish has a place to learn, whether it's at the school that they're usually going to, or God forbid, something happened to their school and we have to evacuate and find them something else. And then last but not least, on a personal note, our unit, our National Guard unit, we lost a soldier last night, a local here from Independence, Staff Sergeant Joe Ham, great guy. He went to JRTC with me and to Tampa with us, and he's been in the unit for nearly 20 years, 38-year-old with 2 children in our school system. And it's just an untimely death, and it reignites that thought of you never know that, you don't know if you get tomorrow. And as we all have people that work for us or work with us, those conversations become more and more important. And so I just ask for the board to continue to pray for the Ham family and to continue to pray for the 843rd as we maneuver forward without one of our leaders. So anything else? Any alibis? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion to enter executive session.
Motion to enter executive session to consider the case of Joyce M. Moore versus Tangipahoa Parish School Board.
Any opposition? Hearing none. Motion carries.
Channel 17, proudly serving the Florida parishes.
All right, reconvening here. After executive session, there is no action to take, and I don't believe we have any public input scheduled. Is that correct?
We don't have any.
Okay. Well, with no other business, the meeting is adjourned.